To our top story, put South Africans first. That's what a group calling themselves Only One SA is demanding. They're expected to march to the Nigerian and Zimbabwean embassies this very morning. And the groups made controversial statements on social media, calling for Nigerians and Zimbabwean nationals to leave South Africa. Now, what's happening on the ground? We found out eNCA's Khayelihle Khumalo is in Pretoria to give us a bit of a synopsis of what is actually expected to happen this very day. Colleague, a very good morning to you. I mean, let's talk about this particular protest, which I understand is intended to head over to the Nigerian and Zimbabwean embassies. What can you tell us so far? Has it started? Are people there? What are they calling for?
All right, so at this point in time, really there are no people who are gathering yet. So the march will be moving to these two diplomatic missions around 10 a.m. So in essence, they're talking about a number of issues facing South Africans. For example, the social ills. They seem to be blaming these two nationalities, the Zimbabweans and the Nigerians. But we know that so far, for example, the Nigerian Union of South Africa has denounced this particular demonstration and saying that it really does have a lot of connotations attached to Afrophobia and xenophobia. And we know that this has been a big issue for some time in South Africa, where the foreign nationals are blamed for a number of challenges facing the country. So this particular group, for example, in terms of the demands that they're making to these particular embassies, they're talking about the jobs. They say quite a number of jobs are being taken by foreign nationals. They talk about issues like human trafficking, for example, as well, and many other really problems facing the country, even issues like service delivery. But we know that the issue of xenophobia has been a long-standing problem in South Africa. You know, you go back to 2019, where the government launched its own national action plan in tackling xenophobia and all forms of intolerance. But it doesn't seem really that that plan has yielded any positive outcome.
Well, Khayelihle, I mean, are these grievances only directed at the foreign nationals, or are some attributed to government? I mean, by virtue of this hashtag, which continuously trends, put South African first, or put South Africa first, it almost sounds like the group or those who are engaging in the conversation are also saying to government, it seems that South Africans are not prioritized, only foreign nationals are, or perhaps the government is not doing enough when it comes to undocumented, immigrants. Is there some, frustration headed to government?
Well, to all intents and purposes, to some degree, there is a lot of criticism also leveled to the government, especially because of the powers enshrined to the government. You know, they do make laws and stuff. And also one may just say in terms of the immigration laws in the country, you may see the, issues like corruption as well from time to time is one of the challenges. So government really is facing a very big challenge in this regard. And a lot of people, they're saying the police, for example, they could do better in terms of making sure that they do a lot of programs, in terms of crackdown. And also when you look at how the government has responded to the issue of xenophobia in South Africa, there's always that issue of saying that it's purely criminal elements, as opposed to really getting into the deep-seated issues facing South Africa. And this year in particular, with the coronavirus and the lockdown, the economy tanking, exacerbating the very harsh economic environment in the country. And obviously the migrants, will always be the easy targets in this regard.
All right, then, Khayelihle Khumalo, this is where we'll leave our conversation, but we'll be sure to come back to you just to assess that progress.